Yay! So it's week 3 of Wellbeing Wednesdays. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's getting through the week, getting into a bit of a routine. I'm here with Claire and Robin from the FFA again. And also this week we've got Laura Bartlett as a guest. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. So this week we're talking about working from home during lockdown. So fill us in on yourself, what you do, and we'll go from there.
So I own House of Cocoa, which is a luxury print travel magazine sold on the newsstand in London. So basically I travel for a living. So it's been a weird few weeks of not being able to just jump on a plane. I think today actually I was supposed to be flying to Dubai. So yeah, it's been interesting.
But your business is working from home, isn't it? And I think, are you now just recently appointed the editor for Female Entrepreneur Association magazine as well?
Yeah. So I've been working from home for like 10 years, but not solidly 7 days a week. It's been like, work from home for 2 days, go to a coffee shop for one, fly off somewhere. So I am used to working from home, but just not quite this amount. And then, I'm the managing editor at the Female Entrepreneurs Association as well. So I'm kind of overseeing their magazine and working on a digital summit to help people with working from home. Loads of stuff going on, really.
Amazing. How are you finding it then? So you're that used to like traveling and being here, there and everywhere. This must be, even though you do work from home sometimes, this must be so strange. Like, are you finding it productive, counterproductive? Is it making you want to work more or less? Or how are you doing it?
I'm just working the same amount as I was before, so I'm a little bit jealous of all these people that are actually working from home, but they're furloughed, so they can't actually work. I wish that was me, whereas I'm still just doing what I was doing anyway, and I just find that I'm just getting more done. I'm working longer hours because, well, I'd normally be in like a bar somewhere or a restaurant or something, but I can't do that. So I'm just getting more done. But one of the things that's helping me kind of get through it is sticking to my routine. So I have like a really solid morning routine of like, I wake up around 6, I don't set an alarm, wake up around 6, I go for my morning walk for an hour, then I come back, have a bath, read a book, and just like have some real quiet time in the morning, and that's usually all done before 9 o'clock. So I just feel like sticking to that routine is really helping me like stay on track and not lose my mind where everyone else seems to be going crazy.
Yeah, that's good. Sounds like you've got into a great routine with that. Definitely. Claire and Robin, you're both working from home as well, aren't you now? Which is obviously not the norm for yourselves.
No, what I was going to say to you, Laura, is do you have a dedicated workspace at home? Because I used to, and then don't anymore. And what I'm finding at the moment is I've got stuff everywhere around the house, and I'm working at the kitchen table, I'm working at the breakfast bar, I'm working on my knee, and I just find that chaotic, and that's stressful out.
That is stressful. No, I do. I have a home office, so I can literally just shut the door, pretend I'm at like work. I mean, it is still work, but you know what I mean. And then I can like shut the door when I finish and enjoy the rest of the house. So I think by having a dedicated space, then it helps your mind think that you're actually at work and you can shut off and enjoy time at home. So maybe just choose somewhere in the house where you have specific just for work.
Yeah, I think I need to, especially if it's been extended. It's like, it's not just, it's only for another day or two. If this is going to be my work for the next couple of weeks, I think I need to find a space in the house that's where I'm going to put my stuff and go to work.
Well, we need to treat it like, well, I mean, we are going to work, but if it's not something that you're used to doing, you have to treat it exactly as you would if you were going to work. So get up, get dressed, go into your space, your office that you put to one side as work, and just act as if you were, doing it in an office, because otherwise if you stay in your pajamas all day, your mind just thinks it's time to chill, you'll end up binging Netflix, you won't get anything done. Whereas if you get up, get dressed, have that right mindset, then you're kind of helping yourself, like set yourself up for success.
Yeah, I agree with you, Claire. I've just got literally the kitchen table to work from, so it's like at the moment me and Claire are both working from home, but we're also trying to write our dissertation for our masters that's due in May. And I'm like, I've got like research papers all over the kitchen table, got it all spread out, and then it's like, oh, it's lunch, right, I'll just have to move it all, feed the kids, and then it's like, oh, I've got to get it back out, and it's just yeah, it's not good. But I just need to. I don't know where I'll find a space in the house because mine's tiny. But I do need somewhere. I've been hiding on the bed sometimes just because the kids have been in the garden and then they're coming in through the kitchen. I'm like, oh. So I've just been hiding, sat on the bed, and I'm just like, this is just no good. And I know, I teach about posture, and that is not good for my posture. The neck sore, my back sore. I'm just like, yeah, I think if the longer it goes on, the more I think I need to find somewhere, a little makeshift desk somewhere.
How are you finding it working at home with the kids then? Because obviously, Robin, your other half is still working out and about, isn't he? So you are literally at home with the kids and working. How are you managing that time?
Not very well. Not very well. I try and do a little bit of work and then stop and do something with them, and then do a little bit of work and stop. But I don't work very well like that. I'm one of these people that once I'm on a roll, that's it. I kind of like tunnel vision and get it all done in one go. I'm not very good at coming back to it, and so I'm struggling a bit with that, to be honest. And then
How old are your kids?
Sorry?
How old are your kids?
So 10 and 7. So yeah, and so they're getting better. The first few weeks they were just arguing loads, and it was just like constant breaking up World War III every single minute. But now I think they're settling into it a little bit. But yeah, it is hard.
I think everyone's got to adapt.
Yeah.
We're all like adapting. The kids are adapting to this new lifestyle, adapting to working from home, adapting to being around your family 24/7. And Laura, you said that you're working more. Are you finding are you working longer towards the evening? Are you giving yourself a cut-off time where you go, that's it, that's the end of the day? How are you kind of differentiating between that?
I do think it's good to kind of work with your creative flow. So when I wake up in the morning, I like that first couple of hours, I like to just sort of read books, do self-development, and then I'll work till like lunchtime, and then I'll like take a lunch break. I think that's really important as well, because people will just sit and beaver away for hours and hours and hours, and you need to have a break. And then like in the evening, so like 6 till 9 is when I get really creative. So I'll come back in my office and do some more work then. But I think as well, we can put so much pressure on ourselves to like constantly be doing stuff all the time. And I'm like the worst person for that, because I think because the office space is there, you think, oh, I could be doing this, this and this. We've got to make sure that we don't burn ourselves out, put too much pressure on ourselves. And even things like the fact that we have that solid morning routine. For example, I sleep until 8 instead of 6. I used to beat myself up about that. And it's like, why am I putting these pressures on myself when it's my routine? So I think just kind of cut ourselves some slack sometimes.
Yeah.
I seen a quote that you put on, Laura, on social media the other day that was something like, you don't have to create content to be content. Yeah. And I thought that really harmed that, because I think there's a lot of people feel that because there's this time off work essentially at the moment, that you've got to suddenly be all really creative, that you have to do all this extra stuff and you have to do all this brand new, all singing, all dancing kind of new stuff. And I think we were guilty of that, Robin, at first, weren't we? Thinking, God, what can we do that's creative and new that no one else is doing, and putting loads of pressure on ourselves to get all this content out.
Just
and
making things up. Yeah, we just, and then you just feel like you're just making things up for the sake of it. It's not really naturally coming to you. So we talked about that today, actually, didn't we?
Yeah, I feel like everyone's putting so much pressure on each other, because all of a sudden everyone's baking banana bread, everyone's learning yoga, everyone's starting a new business, everyone's creating new skills, and it's like, you know what, this is a world pandemic, it's a crisis, we've never experienced this before, so like everyone needs to just get through it however they work, like however they choose, and not have all this pressure from themselves, from other people. But just for me, like this the way that I'm working is just the way that I've always worked, so I'm not feeling like any additional pressures or anything like that. The only thing I'm missing is, like I say, jumping on a flight and going somewhere new. But aside from that, it's kind of business as usual.
Are you still getting responses to work and things like, are people getting back to emails and calls and stuff? Or are some people just have furloughed and are completely switching off, so you are kind of impacting on what you can do?
Well, I think so many businesses just sort of disappeared off the radar and gone completely silent, and I think that's not the thing to do. I also don't think you should be all of a sudden pretending to be like a news outlet where you know everything about the pandemic I think what we did my business at the magazine is we referenced it. We said, you know, this is what's going on. We can't travel right now, but we're still going to provide travel content. We're a travel magazine, obviously, to give people the escape need. And then we just tweaked our content. So instead of talking about a new hotel in the Caribbean, we've got like Caribbean chefs coming on and doing cooking demonstrations, so you can do the taste of the Caribbean at home. So instead of just like trying to create a whole new business plan, it's just like tweak what you're already doing, so that it's relevant, out constantly going on about what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I think it gives people a bit of a sense of normality as well. It's just like, if you carry on as you know the stuff that you normally would be posting, rather than like linking it to anything to do with the virus. It means that people can take their mind off it for a little bit, and it's not just at the forefront of the minds all the time. I think that's good.
I got a survey sent to me, which was carried out by like lastminute.com or something, like a massive corporation, and they surveyed thousands of people, and the general consensus is that people are actually sick of hearing about coronavirus. They're sick of businesses talking about it. And you've got to remember, like, people came to you for a specific reason. They came to us for travel. They didn't come to us for pandemic news. So don't lose who you are and what your message is just because of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was surprised how many businesses are still operating. So I bought some like shampoo stuff from Salon Services the other day, and I didn't for the life of me think it would still be open. And I got next day delivery, and I couldn't believe it. And I kind of assumed everybody's down tools, but there's still lots of businesses like fully operational. And
yeah, they're absolutely booming because of this. Like, some businesses are absolutely flying. Like, I ordered some fitness equipment. I don't know whether you girls have tried to do this, but like dumbbells at the moment are going for about £700 for one. But anyway, I managed to find some a couple of weeks ago, and I spoke to the company, and they were like, they've sold out, like completely sold out a year's worth of stock within 3 weeks. They were like, we've never experienced this. So some companies and businesses are being accused. Another one, I think, trying to get gardening stuff because everybody's doing gardening and housework and flying.
And how are you coping, Sarah? Sorry, how are you coping?
So many people are saying that they're saving loads of money because obviously, you know, you're not eating out, you're not traveling, you're not getting petrol in the car. And I'm like, I'm shopping more than ever. I'm like, loads of new clothes delivered. I've bought, like, in the last 2 days, I've bought a new phone, a new Hoover, some new shelves, some new light shades. I'm like, I've got Amazon deliveries coming out my ears. I'm not saving anything. I'm just going wild.
My partner is a delivery driver. He works for DPD, and he is absolutely snowed under. Like, he's busier than ever because they're still obviously key workers. And now he's going, but he said he's just like, it's crazy. Everyone's just ordering things off the internet.
One of the things I find that now I'm working from home, I don't know whether you do this, is I'm constantly grazing and snacking on food because I'm in my house. Whereas if I'd be in work, I'd have my breakfast, I'd have my lunch, I'd come home and I'd have dinner. Whereas because I'm in the house, it's like, oh, just nip in the fridge. I've had about 50, 60 cups of coffee a day. I just constantly kettle on. How do you kind of get into routine with that?
The good thing is though, if you don't buy loads of crappy food, you can't have it. So
at least you've got kids, you've always got biscuits in or crisps in, or, you know, little treats like ice creams. While the weather's been nice, I've been like, oh, I'll have a little chocolate. Yeah.
I'm actually all right. I can't have any dairy, so I'm like fine. I can't snack on their chocolate. So if I wasn't dairy intolerant, I would be so eating Easter eggs for breakfast. So I think
it just takes like a lot of willpower, doesn't it? This week we've like purposely not bought stuff in when we've done the shop, but at the same time, I think like Laura is saying, I think it's that pressure thing again, isn't it? I think during something like this, okay, try and keep in your routine and try and still be good and have that healthy mentality, but if you want a biscuit with your cup of tea and that's going to like make you feel a little bit better that day, then I think that's the kind of thing where we've got to cut ourselves a little bit of slack.
I think I'm the biscuit. Like distraction from work. I think I'm finding things to do to stop me working.
To stop working.
To like.
I know. I don't think my dog has had as many cuddles and hugs as he has this afternoon because I've been working on my project and I've just been like, keep stopping going, oh, you look like you need a belly rub. Oh, you look like you need me to get on the floor with you. Just to procrastinate over my work. It's just crazy.
Do you find that, Laura? Do you get easily distracted or not at home?
Well, no, because I'm used to it, but I have to turn my phone